Alright. I don't know if you'd call this a series, really. But they're all by the same developer. It's kind of similar to the Shadow of the Colossus thing, and what else do we do? Forget the other one. Anyways, it's an unofficial series. I guess we'll rank them. This will take me not that long at all, but might as well. So, I don't know what these two are. We're not going to bother with those. But these three, of the three, the worst one by a long shot is Heavy Rain. This game's actually, like, terrible. The story is just a complete mess. The voice acting is horrible. The gameplay is, like, for being a game that doesn't focus on gameplay, the gameplay actually kind of really sucks. Like, there's so many annoying controls. It's very unresponsive. It's just super slow and boring. The writing and the dialogue options all just suck all the time. The gameplay is just like you're like doing dishes or you're, I don't know. It's so much meaningless crap that you have to do, and all in service of just a really terribly written story. One of the most overhyped games ever created. When you look at the reviews, it's like 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s. That's just one I'll never get. Like, what? I don't know what argument you can make for Heavy Rain to argue that it's like a 9 out of 10 experience. Like, everything about it is bad, pretty much. Even, like, if you're just playing it for the story, even the story is just terrible. It's just so poorly written and poorly voice acted. I don't know. I'll never get it. Beyond Two Souls, definitely a step up, but I think this is probably number 2. It's definitely a step in the right direction. Characters are a little better. Story is a little better. Still a little goofy, but definitely more interesting and better written than Heavy Rain, and it's not even close. But again, it's a story game where there's not really much gameplay, and the gameplay that is there is kind of, hit or miss. If you like these types of games, then you'll probably enjoy it. I'm not the biggest fan of these games most of the time, because, I don't know, it feels like I'm just kind of playing through a really long, kind of bad movie, or like mid-movie. If I'm going to want to like experience a story in this way, do like the movie game, I'm just going to watch a movie instead. I'm not going to spend like tons of hours playing through essentially a movie that's just, not as good as actual movies usually are. But Detroit was actually pretty decent. I actually enjoyed this one. I thought that it was definitely the best of these three by a long shot. Actually had some decent performances. Like, they finally found voice actors that, could do a good job. Story-wise, like, it actually made sense this time. Not like Heavy Rain, just complete mess. Story actually kind of made sense. Character motivations all kind of made sense. I actually cared about some of these characters. Crazy how that works. In Heavy Rain, I was just like fucking around for most of it because all the characters were just like jokes and just memes. But Detroit actually cared a little bit. I got some pretty bad endings, and actually wish I didn't, but oh well. Gameplay wise, like, it's not that much different than the other ones, but At least it controls a little nicer. It's a little smoother to play. Tons of different options on how the story can unfold. It's kind of overwhelming. I looked at the endings, and there's a video of all the endings, and it was like 4.5 hours of endings. Like, that's kind of crazy. Definitely the best one, but yeah, that's the list. Gonna download it, save it, and that's that.